Hello everyone, little future me coming at you before you start watching this video to apologise. I am currently sat here editing and this video is a hot mess. I just wanted to pop in here. Despite the fact that I look like this, I would look better for a weekly reading vlog than I do right now, but I'm sat here editing and I literally just wanted to say I'm so sorry for the beginning of this video. It has been months since I've uploaded a video, and so sitting down in front of a camera for me is such an awkward thing. Like, I'm okay vlogging, but when it comes to doing like a proper, like a TBR video, a wrap-up video, like a book review, I can't do it. So yeah, I'm sorry. Please bear with it. It gets, like, I get more confident as I go on. So just, yeah, little awkward me at the beginning of this video. Just bear with her. Just, she's going through it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Just wanted to quickly apologise for my awkwardness. I will be getting better at this. It's just because it's been so long. So please just bear with me on this one. I love you all lots. Thank you so much for your support and enjoy. Hello! Today I am here to film my April TBR for you. I am going to be discussing with you the books that I am hoping to read for April. This month I am taking part in the O.W.L.s, the O.W.L.s, which is the magical readathon held by Book Roast. G has done an amazing job of organising this. I believe this is the third year of the O.W.L.s, or the magical readathon. O.W.L.s take place in April, and as far as I know, the NEWTs, the NEWTs, take place in August, so they will be later on in the year. This is my first time participating in the O.W.L.s, so please forgive me if I talk like a beginner, because I am a beginner. If I miss some things out, or I'm very unsure about something that I'm explaining, but I'm not planning on explaining an awful lot, but yeah, if I miss anything out or I don't go into enough detail, or I don't know, I get something wrong, just bear with me because I'm very new to this. However, the layout of the readathon is actually really beginner friendly, so I've been able to really just grasp what I need to do. I've chosen my career, I've then picked books that match the prompts or the lessons, the subjects, so yeah, I've actually been pretty good, to be honest. So this TBR video, firstly I'm going to be going through the O.W.L.s and the books that I am reading for that, and then I'm also going to be participating in the stay home reading rush that is happening later on this month, as well as the Bookly stay home readathon, or stay at home readathon. So for the O.W.L.s, my chosen career is journalist or writer, and I won't go into detail about the whole description of the career. The key traits of it, I've got it up on my laptop, which is why I keep looking down. The key traits for the journalist or writer career is credibility, imagination and thoroughness. There are some new careers for this year. I was going to go for care of magical children, which I thought was pretty ideal for me because I'm doing teacher training and I'm working with children, but you have to read a lot of books for that prompt. So yeah, I ended up just going with journalist or writer because you only have to read 3 books. However, I am reading or planning to read more than 3 books this month because of the other readathons that I'm taking part in. So yeah, I won't go into detail about the description of the career, but for the journalist or writer career, the O.W.L.s subjects that you take is history of magic, muggle studies, and then one other subject of your picking, and the other subject I have chosen is transfiguration. So for the history of magic prompt, it says Witch Hunts, which is a book featuring witches / wizards. For this I have chosen Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I don't know how to say the last name. Mahurin. Anyway, this is going to be a reread. Serpent and Dove does feature 2 main characters, which are Lou and Reed, and Lou is a witch and Reed is a witch hunter. He's a chasseur. So yeah, it has been a little while since I read this book, so I'm not fully like able to really like explain the whole entire plot, but it's basically sort of like enemies to lovers. So yeah, it's very good. I really like the characters. When I read it, I believe I gave it 5 stars, and I've already annotated some of it, so I'll just be like reading back through, and it will be nice to read back through my original thoughts and like what I tabbed and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is my first read for April for the History of Magic prompt. So for the next prompt, which is Muggle Studies, it says book from a perspective of a Muggle which is contemporary, and for this prompt I have chosen to read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I have had this on my shelf for a while now. I've heard very good things about this book, so this is, unlike Serpent and Dove, this isn't going to be a reread. This is my first time reading this, but yeah, I'm so in love with the cover. It's so pretty. And yeah, I love the like idea, like the plot of the story. So it's about Emily, who wants to be a chef. She has a 2-year-old daughter and she's 17. So it says it doesn't make life very easy for her. The one place she can let everything go is in the kitchen. So she really likes cooking. What I can gather from it is it's about like her love for cooking and being, you know, like a teenage mum with her hobby. There's probably like a lot more to it than that, but yeah, I'm really excited to read this and find out like if there's anything more to it. I also quite like the fact that it doesn't mention any sort of romance, which, I mean, I love romance in books, like, you know, enemies to lovers, I love it, like relationships, just I love having a bit of romance in books. But I'm actually quite intrigued by this because I think rather than being about like love for another person, it feels to me more like a self-love book of how you know, Emily is a teenage mum and she is struggling, but her love for cooking probably just keeps her going. That's just like my overall, like just what I've gathered from the book. I haven't actually read it, so this could be like completely wrong. There could be like an actual romance in this book, but I do quite like how the like back doesn't say anything about a romance. Like it's just to do with like her love for cooking and her daughter and cooking, yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. So that is my second book for the month of April. And then for the last prompt, which was the subject of my picking, I did choose Transfiguration, which is the Animagus lecture book/series that includes shape-shifting, and for this I have chosen A Throne of Swans by Catherine and Elizabeth Corr. And I have already got 1 tab in this book. I did start reading it, but literally like where this tab is, it's like it's page 5, which was the prologue, so I'm on chapter 1. So yeah, I did put this book down and I'm going to pick it back up again to do for the O.W.L.s. So yeah, I didn't put it down because I wasn't like enjoying it or anything. I've been in a bit of a reading slump, so yeah, I also kind of wanted to save it for this prompt. So yeah, that sort of gives me like a good time to carry on reading it. So this is a fantasy book and there's some words that I'm not entirely sure about, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. So it's about a girl called Aderin, and she inherits the role of protector of Atratus when her father dies just before her 18th birthday. And this is a kingdom where nobles can transform into birds. Her ancestral bird is a swan. However, she has not been able to transform for years since she witnessed the death of her mother. So it says she ventures into the malevolent heart of the citadel in order to seek the truth about the attack that killed her mother and to fight for the land she has vowed to protect. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this. Like I said, I did put it down, but I didn't put it down like because I wasn't enjoying it. I just wanted to save it for this prompt. But yeah, I am really excited to read this. Honestly, I love the cover as well. But yeah, it seems like really interesting. I haven't really read like any books on shapeshifting, so I was quite glad to have this actually to fit into Transfiguration, which obviously it was still a subject of my picking, but I was able to pick Transfiguration because I wanted to read this book, so it'll be interesting. and I overall just really like the plot of it. It's really intriguing to me, and yeah, I want to know like what's behind why she can't transform. I'm very curious, and I have read the prologue, which was really good, so I am interested in finding out more. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I am reading for my O.W.L.s this month. I am planning on vlogging my O.W.L.s, hopefully weekly. However, we're a few days into April now, so week 1 and week 2 might end up just being in the same video, but I am going to try and get on top of it and film like weekly for the O.W.L.s. And then the next readathon I'm participating in this month is the Stay Home Reading Rush. So this is from April 16th to 19th, and there are 4 prompts. I have tried to combine these prompts in with the books I'm already reading, as well as having a couple more books for this month as well now. But yeah, so the prompts for the reading rush are: read a book with a house on the cover, read a book in the same room the whole time, read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, and read a book that will make you smile. So the first book I have to add onto my TBR is for 2 prompts, which is the read a book with a house on the cover and read a book that will make you smile. And for these prompts I have chosen to read my Hufflepuff edition of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I don't own a book with a literal house on the cover, but this literally has a Hogwarts house on the cover, and considering we're also doing O.W.L.s this month, I think I can get away with it. I don't think I need to explain the plot of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I assume a lot of you have already read it, but for those of you who don't know, Harry Potter is like the chosen one. He is a wizard who was attacked as a baby by Voldemort, and then this is him going into like Hogwarts, the School of Magic, the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And yeah, it's just sort of like books that follow him as he goes through his years in Hogwarts. Voldemort is a threat to him, and this is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so there is a Chamber of Secrets. But yeah, so this is the other book to go into my TBR. And then for another prompt of the Stay Home Reading Rush, it says read a book set somewhere you wish you could go. And for this prompt I have chosen Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, which is the 2nd book in the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I read Shadow and Bone back in November, and I think I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I want to carry on with this trilogy. So yeah, this is the next book to read, and I'm so in love with the Grishaverse. I love Leigh Bardugo. She's like one of my favourite authors, if not my favourite author. But yeah, I love her books. I'm very, very excited to read this and know what happens next after the end of Shadow and Bone. But yeah, so for read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, I would really like to actually take a trip into the Grishaverse, because I just think it would be really interesting. I feel like if I was braver, maybe if I was a Gryffindor, then I would be like much more like, yes, like I want to actually like live in the Grishaverse, and I want to be like one of the dregs. I want to, you know, but just as a little Hufflepuff, I would really like to go exploring. Quietly have a little introduction, maybe meet a few of the characters, just say hi. I don't want to be involved in any sort of heist, even though it would be really exciting, just I'm not brave enough. So yeah, this is the other book that I am reading for the reading rush. For the prompt of read a book in the same room the entire time, I haven't actually chosen a specific book for this. However, I do feel like I might go with the Fire on High, and I might try to just read it in my living room, or my bedroom. My bedroom is going to be the easiest option because I'm in here quite a lot at the moment. But yeah, I haven't really like set myself a specific book because I'll probably end up reading all of these books like in my bedroom anyway. But I might read, it depends on the weather, because I would like to finish reading a book, or like read a book the whole way through in my back garden. But I feel like maybe I'll go with the Fire on High, and I'll aim to read it either in my living room or in the back garden, because I need a break from my bedroom preferably. But yeah, so that is like my kind of what I'm doing for that prompt. I think I will go with The Fire on High though. And then the very last book, which isn't for any readathon, I am still going to go through what is happening with the Bookly readathon, but that's a bit different. It's not like specific book prompts, it's just reading for a certain amount of time per day. But the other book that I am starting this month, or well, I've already started, but I'm planning to continue reading this month, although I may not finish it in April. This is just kind of like my background book at the moment, which is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I was planning on reading this at the end of March and planning to finish it before April even began, but I didn't get around to doing that. So what I'm planning on doing is like just continuing to read it, but because of all the readathons going on, it's not going to be a priority for me. So I am like doing a separate vlog on this book, but it's going to kind of be like a background, like, you know, it's not a priority book for this month, but I don't want to push it to one side because I have heard a lot of good things about this book, so I do want to give it a good amount of my attention when I'm reading it. But just because I've got so many other books going on this month, I will probably do a bit of reading here and there on this book, but because it's not really for a set prompt, I'm not really prioritizing it. But I wanted to add it in this video because it will be something that I am reading this month, even if I don't finish it. So this is the final book on my TBR. So altogether there are 6 books, but I'm going to say 5 because, like I said, The Priory of the Orange Tree isn't like necessarily going to get finished this month. But yeah, so I'm planning to read 5 books this month. So on to the last readathon that I'm participating in this month, and this is the Bookly Stay at Home readathon. Like I said, this doesn't require you to read specific books for any prompts. The goal of this is to either read 3.5 hours each day, or you could read 25 hours throughout the week. So you could, you know, do it however many hours you wanted to. If you want to read more one day and then leave it like for another day, you could, just as long as it adds up to 25 hours. I have chosen to do the 3.5 hours of reading per day. So I have signed up for this, but there isn't really, like, there's the website, but yeah, it just says like read at least 3.5 hours every day or a total of 25 hours during the week. That's it. So that's all you have to do for this readathon. So it's not like a huge like thing that's going on. It's just I would like to up the time that I'm reading each day, because I'm finding that I either read a ton in one day and then I don't read for like days at a time. But yeah, that's like what I'm finding at the moment. But I would really like to consistently read an amount per day. At 3.5 hours, it sounds like a long time, but when I think about it, like if I get in bed at like 8 o'clock and I read until I go to sleep at like 11:30, that's me done. Like that's all the reading I have to do. So I'm still probably gonna like obviously balance it out throughout the day if I can, but if not, I'm just going to like read for 3.5 hours before I go to bed. So yeah, that is all of the readathons that I'm participating in this month and all of the books on my April TBR. These are all the books that I'm reading this month, or planning to read this month. We'll see how this goes. You guys know that, I mean, I can go like really well reading. I can do some really good reading one month and then not read anything for the next month, and then it's just so unpredictable. So we'll see how I do. But yeah, I'm gonna try not be too hard on myself if I don't finish all of these books. It's just a challenge, but I am going to prioritize my books for my owls because I want to get on to do the newts in August. So yeah, those are my priority books. So if you guys want to read up on any of the readathon rules that I have mentioned in this video, I will leave any necessary links down in the description, like the like careers guide for the owls and the prompts guide, or I will just, I think as well as that, I will also leave G's video on the owls for this year that she did. But yeah, it will all be explained in the description if you just want to go down, find any links, they should be there. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I know there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, so I hope that all of you are staying safe and staying at home. I'm going to try and not talk too much on my channel about current events because I know that a lot of people, myself included, are watching booktube videos as an escape. So obviously if there's anything like relevant that I need to be linking to current situations, then I will do that, but overall I am going to do my best to take a step away and help you guys to take a step away from everything that's going on. But all I will say is I hope you have all enjoyed this video. Comment down below what books you are reading this month, if you're reading any, and if you're participating in any of the readathons like the O.W.L.s or the Reading Rush. Let me know what books you're planning to read. But yeah, so I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, stay home, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye guys. So these are all of the books that I'm reading this month. So yeah. Ooh. Ooh, there goes Season Storm.